Hey guys, today we're going to unbox some December Kizers. We got several to go through here, so we're just going to start kind of randomly and go through them. These are going to be some of the December Vanguard Series, which is Kizer's more entry-level line. Really nice knives, and they're all kinds of designs. So let's just see what we have here. This is an Aegis, which is a design that I'm not familiar with. So it's a new design. This one has a D2 blade, black PVD coating, and stonewashed G10 handle. Thumb stud, 2.8 inches long. So let's see what this guy looks like. See what it comes with. Sticker. I can tell it's going to be an axis lock because it comes with the S springs, bar lock, to Kaiser's clutch lock. They also ship clip screws and extra body screws. In every Kizer you get now, it comes with extra hardware, extra springs, everything you need to kind of maintain your knife. I like to see that. I think that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much without exception. So as we look through these knives, we will see extras added. So this is the Aegis. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Aegis, I think's right. I'm getting original vibes from the original, but it's got a reversible clip, a G10 handle, thumb studs, little small blade. This is probably a little bit smaller than the original. Your jimping for your grip on the steel liners is here at the back and here at the front. So that is your intended grip. You've got D2 blade, Azo design. I'm trying to get my hand on the paper. Plenty slicey. Good action. I like the clutch lock so much because it's adjustable. One thing about the clutch lock, and we'll look at it in more detail in the review. And I need to do a disassembly on one of these just to show you. On the inside of this liner, you can actually change where there are 5 little holes right under my finger, right there. I don't know if they're showing up on screen. 5 little tiny holes. And those allow you to place the axis springs wherever you want them to be. You got 5 basic spacing, so you can compress that spring or relax that spring a little bit. And what it does is it allows you to tune the action to your liking. They come shipped pretty tight, which means that the spring's pretty well compressed, which to me gives it a snappy action, makes it really a nice feeling knife. Deep carry clip, but it's not mounted all the way to the end of the knife. I just noticed that looking at it. So you do have access to, and you can see a little bit of that knife there. Not a big deal, not a problem. Looks like all the hardware is T8, except for the clip. Clip looks like T6. The hardware looks deep. It looks well done. The Aegis. Let's move on and see what we got. The CO1C UTL1, which is designer sheepdog knives. That tells me this is going to be a sheepdog utility knife. So this ships with blades, some retention screws, and some body screws. Retention screws are the screws that hold the blades in place. We also looked at this on the Christmas unboxing. There was a sheepdog Christmas knife in there. Get this out of the way. We're just going to call this the Sheepdog Utility. Really nice micarta handle. Really nice sheepdog knife. Got a button liner lock. Love, love, love the button liner lock. Love the action of this knife. Love the way that you've got this forward choil built into the Sheepdog, and you've got this jimping, which really gives you a great utility grip. In my mind, first impressions after being around this and the other utility knife for a little while, I think this knife is a home run for a utility knife. The Sheepdog is probably my favorite utility knife. You've got all this blade exposed. You've got absolutely no wiggle in the blade. These two screws hold the blade in place, and then you've got this little corner area here. Two studs, real small steel liner in there, nice micarta handles. I think this is a mad win. This is a Sheepdog utility knife. This is another Aegis. This is a D2 blade, rose gold satin and stone washed, G10 handle, and thumb stud. So with this one, comes with the Kaiser warranty information, extra Omega springs, axis springs, and body hardware, and a sticker, and an Aegis that we just looked at. We're gonna the Sheepdog also has a deep carry clip. Looks like it's gonna work very well. I will show you that when we break it out for the next knife, if I remember. This is just an unboxing, not really a review. This looks different. You got this rose gold blade that really stands out on top of this black handle. This is a little bit smaller knife than the original, if I'm not mistaken. We'll do some size comparisons when we do a review on this knife. You've got jimping up at the front and jimping here at the back for the thumb. Got a couple of cuts on my thumb, by the way, where a knife came down and got me. Action is just snappy. They're just really nice action on this knife. The clutch lock is probably the best bar style lock that I've experienced. It just really works well, and that adjustable spring is taking a lock that's very, very effective and has always been a very strong lock, and it's engineering it a little bit. It's tweaking it over so many years, and it's given the action a really snappy shut and a snappy deployment. Again, I like it. I can get behind it. So we got a fixie, and we got one more folder. This is a COC 1C UTI 2 Sheepdog knives, another utility knife. Probably a different colorway maybe. And a different lock, or a different lock for the blade. That's what I meant to say, for the blades. A little different here. This perplexes me. Comes with blades. Comes with some extras. And then it has a no tool. A no tool. Okay, guys, I'm freaking out a little bit. A no tool blade removal blade holder. We got two Sheepdogs here. Two Sheepdog utilities. This one uses tools. This one doesn't. This one you just push. It's got a little like lever here that pushes that frame back that just lets you pull that blade out. Very cool design. And then this one, you just simply take those two screws out, because now this has gone back into the blade, snap back in, you can hear it. Top liner lock. So everything here is the same, except this is a G10 handle. Both of them have reversible clips. I really like the micarta. I think I also like the cleanness of the screws. I guess by having an option depending on how you're going to use it. The corner is retained the same. This does not have that little top piece, probably because the screw's doing that. Again, both of them are equally as tight, but very cool. So something, again, innovative, different, new. What do we have here? We have a Kizer Defensor. This one is in 440C, which tells me the one that I unboxed and that I have from October was M390, and it was very expensive. I have a feeling this is going to be in that sub $50 range. I think this is the Amazon version of this knife from the brief that I read. Got a couple of stickers here for the Defensor. And this doesn't need to be, in all truth, for what this knife's designed for. This knife doesn't need to be anything more than 440C. This knife is not M390, might even be, a little bit overkill. I like it. I think it's a wonderful knife. I carry it quite a bit. Its purpose to me as an EDC knife is not to go out and cut cardboard 1,000 feet. I could use it to open Amazon packages at work. I could use it. Here's the sheath, little troll candy. Let's get this out of the way. Sorry guys for me slowing down. But so looking at this knife, I'm sure the edge retention and the overall toughness, if I was going to use it like a cutting tool, I would notice it, right? The M390 might be worth that extra $100 or whatever the difference is between the premium Defensor and this 440C version, because the knife is, when I do the review, I'll compare them, but I'm thinking probably has the exact same dimensions as the M390 Defensor, but it's going to be around 50 bucks. I hit the serration. Just a devastating blade. Very cool. Not something that I'm that good at being able to talk about, because anybody can think of how they'd have to use a knife in a defensive situation. This knife, you got jimping around the entire thing. You really can only put your hands, they kind of fall into place where you've got this choil and this thumb choil to get your fingers locked in and squeeze this knife if you need to use it as a thrusting tool. The sheath works very well. Locks the knife in right here. It's got a little belt clip here that looks like it's mounted to the sheath. Looks like you can take that off and probably mount it horizontally as well. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't know about that. It's an interesting sheath. There's a little screw sticking down in there. What the? I bet you that little screw is holding on that little metal plate. I don't like that. That little screw should not be coming through. It's not touching the blade, but at some point I bet it will. I don't know if you can see, there's a screw under this plate right here. It's set up right now to carry horizontally, or vertically that is, and I'll take these little fins out so that it'll fit my duty belt, my carry belt. And I'm just going to carry it vertically. I don't know if I would remove this unless you're going to put a ulti clip on the side, because I think there's a whole assembly, and maybe we'll do that in a video. Maybe we'll take this sheath apart, because if I take these screws out, I can get to the screw that's under here and under here. There are two screws under here. And maybe those screws have the sheath mounted to them. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, it's got me perplexed. We'll check it out. Something to look into. What I'm going to do when I put the knife in is I'm not going to try to drag it along the bottom. I'm sure it's got a ridge in there because I don't seem to be getting any scratches on it. We'll look for that, see if we get any scratches here on this side from the sheath when we do our review. But guys, that's 5 really cool Vanguard Series knives. The Defensor, the Sheepdog Utility knives, both with a hardware or hardware-less blade. These are just basically your utility knives, right? Except they've got really good ergonomics. They've got very good action, and the designer is Sheepdog Knives. This one's got a little more snap in terms of the button. This button, for some reason, feels a little mushier. It doesn't feel any less locked up. It just doesn't feel as crisp. Maybe that's a little bit of button lock that I'm not aware of. And then we got the Aegis here. A cool little clutch lock knife. So guys, I'll get you reviews on this, and this. And we'll talk about them in more detail after I've had some time to live with them. But I appreciate each and every one of you watching. I want to say thank you to all the channel members. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that come in and watch my knife, my EDC content. I appreciate it. If you haven't had a chance yet and you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. Also that bell notification icon. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave me a comment or hit that hype button in the comment section. That really helps me out and helps more people see the videos. I would appreciate that. Most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.